So, upcoming recap of the upcoming events. So, this is on March 13th. And, as I'm thinking, I have 10 more days until we're shut down. So, I put all my predictions out there. So far, March 23rd, my YouTube channel didn't get shut down. The escalation of war between America and North Korea, well, that definitely did take place because North Korea started shooting off more missiles. And April 1st, martial law will be declared. Well, obviously it wasn't declared. And April 7th, so I'm giving it 6 days later, World War III will be declared. Still wasn't technically declared. And then for the next 40 days, everybody will be tempted to receive the mark of the beast, in their foreheads, which is the way you think. Well, technically, everybody's being tested anyway until May 18th, which passed by Saturday, when you see a fake rapture. And Trump will be part of it. Well, so far that didn't happen either. And the news will say millions of people disappeared. Now that I'm thinking of it, if they do try to play this out, it'll be millions of people disappeared, but they won't say rapture, and they won't say alien invasion, and they won't say abducted by kidnapped or whatever, but they'll allow you to figure out for yourself. May 3rd, Iran will drop bombs. Well, that's exactly what they did. And they did it with Israel. Obama will take over May 18th to 21st. Well, nope, that didn't happen either. Not yet. America's totally destroyed on TV. Well, that didn't happen either. Sun will come from the west and set in the east after 3.5 days. The sun will appear again in the sky. Well, that didn't happen yet either. And so after God flicks the switch on the elite, well, now I understand that this switch has already been flicked because God is already in their hearts, the elite, and opens up our original sky and shuts off the manufactured sky. That's still going to happen. It just didn't happen yet. So here we are from May 24th, which didn't happen. Up until the 31st, Earth will be cleansed from all sin. And then June 1st is the beginning of eternity, which is, in other words, no time. So note, my days may be off 21 full days. I just had that feeling back then because of the summer threshing floor. I believe it's on June 21st. It was last year. It might be different. I don't know. I didn't check, but June 21st. So now, 4 days later is going to be the peace plan rolled out on June 25th. So the 21st is when summer will be here. And then 7 days later at 11:30 p.m. exactly is when I get to celebrate my 42nd full year of existence. But understand this, the script is understood. I do understand the script. But the details of what happens first, declaration, World War III, rapture, alien invasion, whatever, you name it, asteroids from planet Niebuhr or whatever, all these things are going to happen. They just, couple things did happen. The main one is Iran dropping bombs and May bombs. Everybody's dropping bombs on each other right now on the news. Now, I'm still going with the 21st. The truth will be stomped to the ground, and the flood of lies begins. Now, the flood, when it does happen, at the end of the 21-day period, the flood that'll happen for 3 days, it starts on the East Coast, wiping out New York, Florida, and this will all be on TV. Who's up next? I still think that Guam is a target to start World War III, to be one of the most fenced cities. And I still believe that May 21st, I'm leaving. Now, if I'm not shut down, I'm not leaving. But I feel like I'm finished with everything that I've already said. And just proving to people that Stephen James, right? Stephen James is, well, he's literally playing the God role, the authority of God on earth. And there's only a few people that know that he really isn't, you know, like his colleagues and his boss and everything. But the majority of the world, they don't know that. So he has the script in front of him. That's why he knows what's going on. And he's going to act as if he's God because he knows the script, because he has it. Now, I know the script too. I just don't have it in front of me. I just can see what they're up to behind closed doors. But I'm not acting out the God role. I'm not playing God on earth. I'm just trying to show people what they're doing in the secret, in the dark places. I actually forgot about this video. I was laying in bed last night thinking, and then it came to me. May 9th is when I understood that, on May 15th, that there will be an Israel quake on May 15th. Israel quake. And then one day before, the 14th, just wanted to reiterate that the next target is Israel. Now, target to me is whether they blame it on God, whether they blame it on terrorist attacks, whether they blame it on a white supremacist, angry white guy. It's the next target.
Serious? Are you serious? Okay, now here's the deal. We had an earthquake in the sea that has caused tremors all along the Israeli coast, and the Temple Mount in Jerusalem was shaking. Now, this isn't the first time this has happened, because when Jesus died on the cross, we know that there was a mighty earthquake when he died, so powerful that it literally tore the veil in the temple in half.
And he'll explain that it was yesterday from that date.
The temple's completely off its foundation, seen walking around in Jerusalem after the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Well, here's what's going on now. There was a 4.6 magnitude earthquake that hit yesterday. Tremors were in the ocean, but the damage along the Israeli coast, there wasn't any.
So, I mean, yeah, I'm sure other people predicted May 15th that there would be an earthquake in Israel because of the 70th full year anniversary. However,
and so the Jews are going to believe that this is the place where we can build the third temple, because it's destroyed now.
So, not only is it Jerusalem with the earthquake, but Al-Aqsa Mosque. Now, it wasn't destroyed just yet, but this is the precursor for it. And then still feeling the Guam bomb and St. Peter's, and the Pope. Something has to happen there just to try to fulfill Bible prophecy. St. Peter's, Pope. But Al-Aqsa Mosque was next. And it was in Jerusalem, and it was an earthquake.
The central regions, but the epicenter of this earthquake, 4.6, was in the Mediterranean Sea, about 200 kilometers off the coast of Israel. It shook the entire coastal area and was felt in Jerusalem on the Temple Mount. Now, here's something very interesting you may want to know about. Very dangerous situation. The Al-Aqsa Mosque, okay? The compound, when it was built, of course, had a very serious situation when it was destroyed in 746 AD.
On May 13th, I'm thinking that Iran's going to sink one of our battleships with 5,000 men on it. It's like, sometimes there's just numbers that comes to my head and I use it. And so it refers to Iran. Okay. It refers to Iran and it refers to 5,000 men on May 13th. Lo and behold, another mouthpiece for the elite, Paul Begley, right? Live stream 21 hours ago. What do you want? Today's May 20th. So he live streamed 21 hours ago, and here's his words.
So take a look at this. You see the U.S. Embassy. It's a sprawling complex. You see the rocket.
Shut up.
Less than a mile. It landed right there. Okay, less than a mile from the United States Embassy, less than a mile from the Iraqi parliament, in the heavily fortified 5,000 American troops guarding that area could not stop this rocket from coming in. Guys, there are thousands of Iranian proxy militants living in Baghdad. If they want to overrun this thing, they might be able to. I'm serious about this. This is a very, very high-level dangerous situation developing right now. This looks to me like Iran has struck first. They didn't have to hit.
Okay. Again, it's not exactly a battleship that's sunk, but when I see the number and I see the culprit and I see that it's it's all scripted, I just kind of put them together. But I still think one of our sinks will be battleships will be sunken, and they'll say that there's 5,000 men. I'm not sure why I said 5,000. I think I started seeing it too much. I started seeing it on commercials, and that's just the way the elite work. They just throw it out there everywhere.
What? I mean, I'm going to read a scripture in a minute. This workshop is slated to take place on June 25th and June 26th in Bahrain. This workshop is a pivotal opportunity to convene the government, the civil societies, the business leaders to share ideals, to discuss strategies, to galvanize support for the potential economic investments and initiatives that could be made possible by a peace agreement, according to the White House, to extend the administration's officials having been willing to discuss the peace proposal.
It's funny, Bahrain, my sister and my brother-in-law were stationed over there before they went to Guam. Just find it ironic that they were over in Bahrain for like 3 years, and then now they're over in Guam, where Guam's going to get bombed on the TV. So, it's the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord. For you are fully aware that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. So this is different. Other places says Christ will come as a thief in the night, right? But this is saying the day of the Lord, which, technically it's the same thing, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. So what is the day of the Lord? It's a day where, well, what it is it's a day that everybody changes and turns completely to God. But see, Christ comes as a thief in the night in your heart. Because how are you supposed to know when you're going to change? Like over these past 364 days, I am willing to bet that a lot of people were taken back by Christ as a thief. And they didn't know when they were going to start to, like repent. You can't ever know when you're going to repent and when Christ is going to come into your heart. That's why Christ comes as a thief in the night, in my opinion. But the day of the Lord, well, it's, while people are saying peace and safety, then destruction will come upon them suddenly, like labor pains on a pregnant woman. They will not escape. But you, brothers, you are not in the darkness, so that this day should overtake you as a thief. So just know, for when they say peace and safety, June 25th, if you see sudden destruction for the next 3 days, just know that you're not in the dark, and this day is not going to overtake you like a thief, because you already know.